Hello and welcome to episode 7 of This Knitty Life. My name is Rachel and you can find me on Instagram as Rewarding Memories and This Knitty Life on Instagram as well, and I am Reward on Ravelry, so go ahead and follow me there. And hello and welcome back. I have a new light. It's very bright. I'm not quite sure about it. Welcome along if it's your first time coming along. I've had quite a lot of new subscribers, friends, all of that jazz lately, so hi, welcome. Have a little sit with me and a little knit and listen to my ramblings about what I've been up to knitty wise. Today I am wearing my Cassandra sweater. So it's I've cropped this, so it's a very cropped, my hips are there. I've cropped it. So this is by Jill Karina Knits and it's called Cassandra. So this is a hedgehog fibres singles and the body is in Banshee yarns in Priestess. So I've kind of fallen out with it, if I'm a little bit honest, because I thought it was too short, because look, it's really short. But because I've got a dress on today, it's literally just a black jersey dress. Woo! Hello face. It's working really well actually. I think maybe I had it on with my jeans or something last time and I just wasn't feeling it. It didn't look, it was too short. Anyway, yeah, that is by Jill Karina. Yes, on and she's on Instagram and Ravelry. Yeah, she's got some gorgeous colourwork patterns. Colourwork patterns. Yeah, and I totally love this one. Little heart there. Zoom through the colourwork actually. Yeah, so I thought about extending it, but I actually really like this, and now I'm like, oh, what other colours can I make? Because it goes well, and I've got my pink snag tights on, so I'm all kind of matchy today. So yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. So actually I finished it recently, this year. So recently. Right, so what I'm going to chat to you today is I've got a winner for the giveaway. So I've just done a random numbery what's-a-facey, and I've got a winner for that, so I'll do that in a bit. I'm just going to talk you through, I'm using my notes, some of my whips. I've kind of been on a little bit of a cast-on frenzy in terms of garments. I've got a couple of F4s, some acquisitions, and a little bit of waffle, a little bit of chatter about coming at some of the shows and just what I've been up to. So we'll kick off, shall we? Okay, so should we do whips first? We'll do F4s first, okay. Right. I cast these on in December. My beautiful, oh, that looks really good with the light, doesn't it? This is Baubles and it is by Down Sheepy Lane. I have two just to prove it, but that doesn't look as good, does it? So I got one done a while ago. I cast the toe on the other day and I actually went to the theatre with my husband Rob, and we went to see Back to the Future the musical in Manchester. So I knit on this on the way. I went to get the toe done before we left, and then I knit, no, I did the heel. I had the heel done and then I knit the whole foot while I was in the theatre. Not taking my eyes off from the show because I know some people are funny about that. But yeah, they are done. It was a fantastic show, by the way. If you can go, it's fabulous. So this is by Debbie from Down Sheepy Lane, and I got this at Nottingham Yarn Expo in November, was that? Yeah, I think I cast on straight away really, but it is Baubles, it is Christmas colourway, but it's not so Christmassy, is it? Yeah, so they're finished. Yay! That is really exciting. So that is done. Oh, am I going to have to jiggery pokery? These are done too. So these are my Dark Side of the Moon by Fab Funky Fibres. So they just needed finishing off. I finished them off the other day. I think I went to my parents at half term and finished them there. Should I put it on a sock blocker? I should have done that before, shouldn't I? Anyway, yeah, so these are finished. So I think I did these ones cuff down. I do just vary as to what I do. Oh, while I'm on, these ones were a 50-gram skein. I had them in my little grey girl bag. Carly got me this for Christmas. So it was a 50-gram ball. It was all wound up. And this is what that's what I've got left. So it's actually a reasonable amount, isn't there? And then this was the mini that came with it anyway. That was the mini that came with it. So I think there's actually a decent amount left. And they're not exactly short, are they? It's a good long leg. I've used the green for all of the bits. So yeah, plenty left. I'm what, a UK size 6-ish? I cast on 64 on these ones on 2mm. A bit parched. QB cup. Home bargains. Still got the sticker on. Yeah, so I think it was 64 stitches on 2mm needles. Yeah. And then I've got my Fab Funky Fibres ones. This is purely just to look nice. They're not getting blocked. But I've not had any finished socks. I didn't have any the whole of last year. Just because I didn't. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So this is Dark Side of the Moon and it's Fab Funky Fibres. They excel in their self-striping. They really do. And they are the nicest people you will ever meet. So nice. I hope to see them this year. I've not seen them listed on any shows. They normally do Yarningham, but I didn't notice that. I've never been to that one, but I didn't notice they were there. So we'd like to see you at some point. Come to Leeds. They did a pop-up show with us last year and it was great. So I'd like to see them again. So yeah, they're done. So I've got 2 pairs of socks finished. Yay! So I think they're my only F4s. Yes, they are. I have been, I got one done. This is my other Fab Funky. This is Cadbury's. And in my other little grey girl bag. So this, I really like these pyramid bags. I've got, how many have I got? I've got 3. So they hang on your wrist. And I cast this on the other day. And then I went to a kid's birthday party yesterday. And it was just in like a pub. So I got this much done yesterday. So we're going into whips, okay? So I ran out of the yellow, so I just used pink. They're not the same because life's too short to make them the same. Yeah, so you can hang it on your wrist. So I'll show you. So generally, I'll go places and knit, 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 knit with it on my wrist. So I used to do that a lot when Theo was a bit younger and we went to like play groups, like, you know, like in a church hall or something like that, where basically you just follow them around to check that they don't injure themselves. So I would kind of walk around with that on my wrist, but I did it yesterday a little bit. We just sat at a table once the kids got brave enough. They legged it for the rest of the journey, the rest of the party. So this is Cadbury's Fab Funky Fibres. I think this might be a Coop Knits. I got this bag at EYF last year. So it's not on this month, is it? It's weird. Got it last year. Gemma is going to be at, and Debbie of the other stripy ones. They are both going to be at Yorkshire Yarn Fest, which is in less than 3 weeks in York. North Yorkshire, is that? North Yorkshire. These have been hanging out in my other little grey girl bag. Dear me, so many. The beautiful rainbow one. Fuller. Should have a bit of fluff on me now. Yeah, so quite a bit of a sock kick. More so just having like the convenience of socks to knit on. So what else? So I had to re-watch my last podcast to see where I was with this. So this is my Sanguine sweater. So I think I had just split for the sleeves last time. So I've not really done loads on this because I'll show you why. I think I just finished the pink hedgehog on this. I've got a mystery grey and we're just heading into a bit of the stripy bit, which is the same as this bit. This is dye candy in, is it lithium? Look at that. Yeah, so I've kind of been working on that on and off. I've been a bit of a bookworm of late, and so I've not been able to do this colour work. This is in my gorgeous Beauty and the Beast bag. This is massive, as you can see. So I tend to use these for my garments, my big garments. And this is, go on, Vintage Lindy Lou. So Vintage Lyndy Lou. and she is on Etsy, and she is on Instagram. I've just painted my nails. Can you see how shiny they are? I hope you appreciate the effort. I had to forgo half an hour knitting time to paint them, but they look good, right? Yeah, so this is vintage Lindy Lou. I've got 2 of these actually, and they're huge. It was much bigger than I thought, but it's really good for like, so I've got like quite a lot of yarn in this one, so yeah, they work really well. So I've just got a couple of stitch markers on there. I bought some more of these this week, so I'll show you them. Little polyclare ones. Yeah, so that is how that one's doing. I think, looking at the pattern, well, I tell you, this is what's super handy about this one. You get a little, I've dropped water on it. Oh, it wasn't me, it was the kids. So it's sanguine. So I'm here. So in theory, I'm not massively far off. I'm not looking forward to the sleeves, if I'm honest. So you can get these templates and then you can colour them in. So mine's kind of vaguely what I'm doing, but you can colour them in and have a little see what colours play with what. I'm digging this light. Is it working, right? I got it off Amazon. It's just like a ring light. It's called like a beauty light, but it's also got the tripod bit in the middle, which is handy. So yeah, I love this. So not massively far off, although it's not exactly long. Excuse me, I had a bit of a cold. My darling children give it to me. So it's coming and going as to how well I feel. Sometimes I'm okay and sometimes I feel not okay. So yeah, gorgeous bag. What else have I been doing? Oh, I've missed one as well. It's in the living room. New Castle alert. Right, this is Stagecoach, and it is a Caitlin Hunter one. So I think when I saw this, I've got a lot of Caitlin Hunter's patterns and I knit them a lot and I like them. I've got a Soldotna, I've got an Alyaska, I've got Sunset Highway, I've got a Cipolla, and this is DK, so I thought I'd go for it. I wasn't necessarily digging those colours. I'm saying digging a lot, aren't I? Sorry. But when I had a little look on Ravelry, someone did a really nice one and it was like a grey body with like coral type pops and it looked really good. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I coloured my chart in to vaguely help me. It means I can't see the increases now though. So I am, I've got in here, I've been knitting on this quite a little bit actually. So these are my colours. This top one is Hades, which is by Castleview Yarns. That's Jen at Castleview Yarns, also at York, just saying. The orange is DK Killer Flamingo by Rainbow Heirloom. Bought this at EYF last year. And the whitey one is Origami. How do you do this cover your face thing? How can you see if you've got your face covered? This is Origami by Spectrum Fibres. Yeah, Spectrum Fibres. Gorgeous, and not too much, is it? And then the greeny one is this one, which is, I can't remember the name of it, but it is Skein Queen, whatever you want to say. I got this at EYF last year too. I've got 3 of these in DK, but I'm just using a little bit in the top there. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. What row am I on, do we think? I'm on about 24 of 54. But yeah, gorgeous. I think my sanguine one got a little bit busy. So I really want a navy body just to go with a bit more things. Kind of more of a plainer body just to go with, basically I got a cute dress and it's grey with white spots on. And some of my other ones are just a bit busy with it. So this is what I'm doing. It's gorgeous. It's really easy. Colour work, no long floats or anything. I think the longest is a 5, so that's when I would start to wrap it anyway. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's coming along. I can't remember what size I'm doing now. I think it's 4. Oh, I've got coloured ones, haven't I? Yeah, 4mm needles, just the Knit Pro Zings. I can't remember what size I'm doing. It's quite an oversized. It's quite an oversized jumper actually. So I think the smallest size is a 37 0.7. It is supposed to have 10 centimetres ease. And I don't swatch because I just don't. And it's supposed to have 10 to 15 positive eave at the upper arm. So I guess if you do a smaller size, you need to watch your upper arms. I don't know if I'm doing the smallest one, which would be surprising. Can't actually remember. But yeah, I'm really, really, really loving that. So that's Castle View, Rainbow Heirloom, Spectrum and Skein Queen. I'm debating bringing in this one too, which I won. I know, look at the state of it. It's an old one. I won this in a giveaway for Mossy and the Squid ages ago. I won, you know, when she does those massive giveaways, I won one of those massive giveaways 2-3 years ago. And that was in it. It's gorgeous. But I'm thinking of doing the arrows at the bottom in this colour, or these arrows maybe. Tell you what inspired me for these colours is, have you seen Christy Glass and Stephen West when they went to Iceland, and he had this gorgeous jumper on which he bought in a shop, and it was like this really bright royal, I'm so embarrassed about that, really bright royal blue with an orange pop through it, and that's kind of where I got this idea from. He did just buy it in a shop in Iceland. It's not a pattern, but I imagine it could be worked into a pattern easily enough with like the Soldotna chart or this Stagecoach chart. But yeah, I really liked it. So yeah, so I've been ambling along on that, and it is in one of my other Lindy Lou, vintage Lindy Lou bags, a Harry Potter bag, and it's massive. It's really big. So how big? That's over 30 centimetres, easy. Yeah, so they're at Etsy. She's got loads of like Nightmare Before Christmas ones, some Disney type ones, some of, I can't remember what it's called, but I know Kristen of Wool and Vine likes them. They're like ladies that are knitting, kind of gothic-y type ladies, a bit like Princess, no, what's it called? I don't know, I can't remember what it's called now, but she had it, but I've been watching her for a while, so it was a long time ago. That's just waffle, isn't it? Yep, Harry Potter bag and Beauty and the Beast bag. Oh, I've not put my pattern in there. We're on 17 minutes. Okay, next one. This bag. If it's not got a label in, then I'm not the best at remembering where it's from. I've had this one a while and I can't remember. Do you want to see? Whoa! If you follow me on Instagram, Rewarding Memories, you will see I've been is it waxing lyrical about this? Lick, lick, lick. This is Beehive Yarns, and this is in Jade Palace, and this is the fluff. Let me have a look. It's called Atomic. So this is Beehive Beth, as I call her. Beehive Yarns, Atomic. She's also at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. So I have cast on. I love this. I've been going on and on and on about this all week. It's only been on the needles about maybe 10 days. Ah, it's nearly done. It's another love note. So I'm going with long sleeves here. I've just started the second ball of mohair. That wasn't a question. My voice just seems to have gone up there. Yeah, look, it's totally gorgeous. I love this colour, and people always comment like, oh, you've got green eyes, because I've got green on. Seriously, it works every time. Yeah, I love this colour. I've got it in most bases. I actually started the top off. The top is in a normal 4-ply, and then this one is a high twisty one. Someone tell me how to do this hand focus thing. This is a high twist one, so it's different, but obviously the mohair covers it up. But I'm actually doing, and don't laugh, an extra small. So, but it's got loads of ease in it. So this is it pre-blocked, and it goes around all the bits it's supposed to go around. So this is extra small. And I've just, like I said, gone into my second ball of mohair. I don't know if my accent seems to have gone a bit skew-iffy. I'm from the northeast, can you tell? I live in Leeds, I didn't mention that. I live in Leeds, West Yorkshire, but I'm from the northeast near Darlington. So we go. So yeah, I'm just loving it. It's so soft and so squishy, and I want them all. I want them all in all of the colours. So if I did an extra small and I did a shorter sleeve, there's a drink, I could totally do it in one skein. You all want to watch me drink, don't you? So this mohair is 72% kid mohair, 28% silk. It's a 50-gram ball, but you get 420 meters on it. So that's loads. So that's the mohair one. I don't have any allergies or anything, so that's good. And she's got a bright pink one as well that I think I might have to get. But yeah, I totally love this. It's going to be finished soon, and I love that one. So yeah, so they're my whips really. I think that's all the whips I have to show you. What else? Have a little look on here. It is a bit fluffy. Oh, I've got a bit of a bee in my bonnet about some patterns. I bought the new Joji Locatelli pattern this week. I can't remember the name of it. It's DK, it's drop shoulder, it's got a bit of a stripe on it. It's got a fun construction. It's quite like a staple piece. It's not like extravagant or crazy. Yeah, I bought that. Did I buy anything else? The Stagecoach one. Yeah, I got on that straight away really. So I think I'll go into acquisitions. So one that I meant to show you last time but I wanted to wait is this Dusty Dimples skein. So this is the A Court of Thorn and Roses mystery club. So this is called the Huntress. I've left the minis upstairs. So it's like a naturally base with loads of pops of colour, a greeny colour, pinky colours. It's gorgeous. The next one, which I've also subscribed to, is, I think she said it's going to ship by the end of the week. I'm getting that in DK. But this is gorgeous. This is merino nylon. We got over there a candle in there, a rose candle, because she goes to the spring court and there's lots of roses, so that's the tie there. And you also got 3 minis in there, which are red, yellow and blue, which are to represent the paint that she had. And got some gorgeous stitch markers, which are kicking out. Martha's hair is on everything. She's so blonde. Anyway, so yeah. So this is by Dusty Dimples, which is Aisha. It's lovely. So I got that. That was several weeks ago I actually got that. Something else that caught my fancy was my friend Terry. This is Fine Fish Yarns. This is called Knightsbridge. I really wanted 2 of these, but they only had 1. She had a little 20% off sale. So I got this one, which I'm actually thinking, I don't think it'll pull or anything because it's not anything like crazy drastic. But I was debating one of these because it is 425 meters and instead of the yellow, black. Yeah, so that just kind of popped in my head today, but this is gorgeous. She's also at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. She's just coming over for 1 day only. She's got some new colours coming out, so that's why she had a sale. And I got this as well. This isn't mohair, this is the Surrey lace. Surrey silk lace. And this is the Collywоб colourway. And this is different to the mohair one. This is a 50-gram and it is 300 meters. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a love note in this amount, to be honest. But it's gorgeous and so squishy. And I don't think I've not had the Surrey silk before. I do actually have the yarn that goes with this. I'm looking in the wrong place. It's really hard. I do have the yarn that goes with this. I've got it in singles in a skein. So I don't know whether I'll hold them together or not. But this is beautiful. So yeah, so I got these 2 beauties. Super cute, aren't they? Gorgeous. So I could put this over like a light grey and have like a dusty pinky colour. So it depends, like if you look on the Tin Can Knits blog, they've got quite a lot of articles on like layering mohair over different colours, because it changes it like wildly. So basically whatever mohair you put over the top of anything, it'll lean towards that colour. So if you've got a pink base, I can't think of an example, and a blue mohair, it'll be much more blue, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I've got these, and am I racing through this? Am I going too fast? Oh, hair's growing, hair grows so fast. Short hair problems. It was Unravel, was it last weekend? A couple of weekends ago. So I had a few friends there. My friend Gemma from Little Grey Girl was helping out on some booths, so she was kicking about all weekend, as was my friend Jane from Baubles. She was working on the stall down there too. It's in Farnham, which is too far away from me, and Spectrum Fibre had her first ever show there. So she's not vended before, so it was her first ever one. So I got Gemma to go and pick me up this beautiful skein. Look. Bryony, who is the owner of Spectrum. This is Neon Heart. I have a Neon Heart. This is the DK base. It is gorgeous. So Gemma very kindly picked it up for me. I paid her. And then she took it over to Jane at Baubles, who obviously lives in Leeds and quite near me. And I went and picked it up from Jane. But she's like, do you want anything else? Do you want anything else? And I'm like, well, Bryony is going to be at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. Not sponsored. So she's going to be there. So, oh, it's going to be terrible. I'm going to need it all. Yeah, so I got this for, I've got two of her grey colourway. It's grey with speckles. Can't remember the name of it. I think it's still on her website. And I'm going to do a crop pop cardie, which is a little short cardigan. I've knit one before in Rhapsody Yarns and Bird Street UK. So I'm going to do it, it's a grey body with loads of speckles in. And then I'm going to do this as the neon contrast. How cool is that going to be? So it's got quite like a chunky bottom. Chunky rib, not bottom. And I think that is by, is it someone Amber something? She did the Chuck and stuff like that. I can't remember her name. Amber O'Brien, maybe? Anyway, it's gorgeous. So yeah, I'll definitely be hitting Bryony's stall up at Yorkshire Yarn Fest. So they're my yarny acquisitions. A bit chilly now. I got in the post some more stitch markers. This is Koru Clay Studio. They are on Etsy. I've been getting these for quite a long time. I got a little gorgeous rainbow candy cane. I got a couple of rainbow hearts. I don't know if they're in focus or not, but you'll see them dotted about on my projects. And a little one of these. So they're a couple of pound for two. You have to be quite, sometimes they're a little bit fragile. But yeah, I've got some gorgeous ones of her. So they came this last week. Yeah, and what else? Oh yes, this came. It was missing and then it's reappeared. I ordered these from Knit Pro. They are knit blockers. So they're like this funny comb-y thing. So I tried to block my So Faded cardigan. So Faded. That, you know, the grey one. And the collar's just doing funny things. So I blocked it and I reblocked it again and it's still doing funny things. So I've ordered these to try and fix it a little bit. I did a stretchy bind off, but it's still kind of like just puckering a little bit as we go around. So yeah, so I've ordered these. I just got them from Amazon. They were due the same day actually, but they vanished, and then they were with a neighbour and there was a nail varnish with them, and that's somehow not got to me, which is annoying when it's gel. So yeah, palaver. Right, so giveaway. Should we do our giveaway? So this is what we are winning. It is Thimble and Thread, and this is my one. This is a gorgeous chunky notions pouch with a gorgeous zip. Get loads in it. I've got pencils in there, I've got stitch markers in there, I've got scissors, more stitch markers, some needles, and I have one all wrapped up. My husband's like, what is this? Why is it hanging around so much? So I've got this, and I have drawn a winner from YouTube. So I asked everyone to comment below something nice, or I just want to win. I think there was 36 or 38 entries. I just did it this morning. I said this morning, it was about half an hour ago. Well, half an hour in, so you know. And the winner is Vicky from Indoor Life of Vicky. So I guess I will contact her somehow. She'll maybe hopefully see this on the podcast, and I'll give her a little bit of time and contact her about sending it off. I'm not sure where she is worldwide, but send this off. I might see if I can throw in a couple of little extras with that. So thank you very much everyone for entering, and of course thank you Tracy for providing a giveaway prize. That's Thimble and Thread Make. I think she's on Instagram. She's got gorgeous stuff. She does have some in her shop. I think they're about £9, but they're gorgeous. I totally love it. It's super duper pretty. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for entering. We've now actually hit over the 200 subscribers, which is really exciting. And where I feel a little bit giddy. What time are we on? Oh, these school days go so fast. Right, and general waffle, I guess. So what have I done? I had a massive caking party. I think it was last weekend, and by that I mean winding up, cranking all the skeins up on my Swift, or my ball winder. I think I did about 13. There was loads. I was going to take a picture, but they're all like perfect because my new ball winder. I wound loads of stuff up. I just grabbed some skeins of some that kind of were just looking a bit tatty. So if they'd kind of fallen like out of their neat skein, and I was just a bit worried about them. So I caked up a couple of messier skeins. I caked up both my Hades colourways for this jumper, which is the Castleview Yarns one. I caked up quite a lot. I'll try and put a picture on my Instagram because I don't think I did. They were all in the hall for ages because I was going to take a picture, and then my husband's like, "What? Why are these here?" And he's put them in a bag now. So I just got to get them out of the bag, but still, I'm less inclined to do it because they've been put away. So yeah, I had a big caking party the other week. What else? It's been half term. It rained a lot. We went to gymnastics a bit with the kids. I guess I knit a lot. I knit on my love note. We went up to see my parents. I went to gymnastics up there too because it was rainy like all the time. If you've not gathered, I'm excited about Yorkshire Yarn Fest. So that is the 21st of March. That is the day after payday. And Sophie released some knit night tickets actually. So I think it's in the same venue. It's in is it Poppleton Centre? That's so fun to say. So we got tickets for that. It's between, I think it's 6 o'clock to 9 p.m. I need to slow it down. I'm aware of the time. We got tickets for that. So we've got an Airbnb. So there's a few of us going to that. And I've asked a few people around if they're coming. So the tickets were £5 each. And it's on for 3 hours. So yeah, I think there's some tickets left. There was some tickets left last time I looked, but I don't know if there still are, so you might want to check over at Yorkshire Yarn Fest on Instagram. So yeah, so that is a free show. That is between 11 and 4 on Saturday the 21st of March. I'm going to go a little bit earlier in the day to help set up because I think not a lot of people take booth buddies with them because it's one day and I guess a shorter show. They normally just go on their own. So me and some of my housemates, which are my knit night friends from Leeds, and Kylie's coming up from London. Oh, that was bad, wasn't it? Sorry. She's coming up on the Friday, and we're going to help. So I'm thinking actually she's coming up on the 20th on the Friday. So she's coming up about lunchtime. I'm going to take her to Home Bargains because she doesn't have that where she lives. She lives in Kent. She's coming up on the Friday, and it would be really nice if we could podcast together. I would really like that. So if I can get all of my eggs in one basket, no, eggs in a row, everything together and ready, it would be really nice if we could podcast together. She is This Crafty Life. No, that's half of my podcast and half of hers. This Crafty Life. Creative Daydream, that's it. She's Creative Daydream on Instagram and YouTube. She is Falula on Instagram as well, but I think she's made that one private, and now she started a new Instagram for this creative daydream, something like that. You know who Carly is. Anyway, yeah, so if anyone knows how we can podcast together and then both put it up on our separate YouTube channels, that would be great, because I don't know how to do that at all, other than have two phones going at the same time. Right, so I'm aware the time is marching on. It's 35 minutes long now, so I'm sorry this one's gone a little bit longer. I meant to podcast earlier in the week, but I went back to work last week after having some time off on bereavement, so that's been a lot to deal with, and I had a bit of a cold last week and I just wasn't feeling very sparkly, so I didn't want to podcast and, you know, like turn it on for the cameras. So there's one thing kind of being a bit chipper and that, and then there's just kind of like, we'll turn the cameras off and you're like, and that's, I guess, how I've been for a little bit. So yeah, so we're all managing on. I appreciate lots of the comments regarding my grandparents. That's really kind of you all. It's difficult. It continues to be difficult, sadly. I miss them a lot, as do my family, and I've got a cold, so I've been feeling a bit sorry for myself. So anyway, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I am planning on podcasting before Yorkshire Yarn Fest. I might try and do one saying, like, I'm doing a school trip this week, so I can't do it this Friday, and that's pointless. Maybe next Friday, whatever that date is, and then I'll try and do a podcast on the Friday of Yorkshire Yarn Fest. I'm hoping to get a little bit of footage while we are there, but it depends just how brave I'm feeling. I generally know quite a lot of people on the stalls because I go to quite a lot of the shows. So we'll see. I'll see what I get. I probably won't do any talky stuff, but I might be able to put cobble a little something together. So yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing. If you want to subscribe, that would be great. Comments are always welcome if you have any questions. Oh, I was going to say as well, I did a stash tour. I said tour. I'm from the northeast. Tour on my Instagram on This Knitty Life. It's saved in my highlights, which I can't show you because I'm using my phone, but it's just a little tour. I will not change my accent of all my stash. Something else I've got to tell you. Speaking of tours, we got some tickets this week. We got Kings of Leon tickets for Leeds. They're playing in July. We got Alanis Morissette tickets. I think that's October. And we got the podcast tour. It's Shagged, Married, Annoyed tour, which is we got Newcastle tickets. My sister got them. So lots of exciting things happening actually to pace it out through the summer. So yeah, I'm going to add that on to the end, okay? Right, I must go because I've only had a banana today and it is 2 p.m. It's World Book Day at my school, so that was hectic this morning. But you don't need to hear about that. So, well done again, Indoor Life of Vicky. I will wait a few days for you to watch this and I'll contact you so I don't spoil the surprise. Again, this is Cassandra by Jill Karina. So it's JILLKARINA_knits, and she's on Instagram. And this is the Priestess colourway and it's Banshee Yarns, and this is Hedgehog. So sometimes I think on podcasts they mention it at the beginning and you're like, the more you watch the podcast, you're like, oh, I do actually like that jumper. And it's just a little cropped one. The more you think, oh, and actually what did they say in the start? Yeah, so I will try and tag all the people I've been talking about. If we need a Ravelry group, let me know. I don't know if that feels a bit too serious. It's episode 7. And thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you again soon. I hope you like this light. I like it. It was about £20 from Amazon. So if you want one, go and get one. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you later. Bye.